Well, I want to remind everybody, don't forget, we now have 4 grants that we give out at Let's Go Help. So each month now we're giving out 4 grants. The next one is, what is today? 17th. So the 20th is the next one. And that's when we're giving out $20,000 for home repair. Okay, so you have until the 20th. So today's what, the 17th? So you got a couple more days to apply, and it's for $500 to help you with home repair. So that's, and then the next one after that is the free computers. And we give out like, I think it's 25 or 30. Excuse me. Like I'm going to sneeze and you're going to get it. So that was silly, wasn't it? I should have just showed you my sneeze. And let's see. So $20,000 for home repair. And don't forget, we do this every month. So there'll be another $20,000 for home repair on the next 20th. So that's December 20th. That's close to Christmas. Okay. So that'll be a nice Christmas gift. And then on the 30th, we give out 25 or 30. I forget. I got to figure that out. But laptop computers. I want to make sure that people have a laptop computer to be able to access the grant applications a lot better than you can on a phone. So that's the whole thing. It is really trying to get you the equipment and the things you have, the things you need to get the help you need. I mean, there's a lot out there. And it's just a matter of what it is. Oh, I didn't put a title on that. Custom line street. Let's go is like, well, I guess that's good enough for now. But one of the ideas that I was thinking about when I was doing this today is, what are you going to do when, well, like, how are you going to solve your financial problems if you don't get a grant? See, I think what happens to a lot of people, I think with our members, is they try to get a grant and they don't get it. And then they sort of throw up your hands and you can't. Now, some grants are easy, true, but a lot of times they're not going to be. And that's what you have to settle in. But all of life is that way. It's not only getting grants, it's like for getting a job or getting a mate or anything in life that is of value usually takes some effort. So we want, the problem is, I see it is that Google spoils that, because every time you go to Google and we're hit with advertising from people who tell you how easy things are. Just give me money and your problems will be solved. No, we really have to solve our own problems, and we have to figure out how to use the tools in our society to solve our own problems. And if you don't, if other people are solving your problems all the time, then you become a slave to them, right? And that's no fun either. So it's really understanding the tools in our society that you could take advantage of to start solving your own problem. And I guess the rich people, what they do, they have the money to buy the help they need. And that's what I used to do. I used to sell my services like for $20,000 or $10,000, this stupid kind of money. And the only people who could afford it were rich people. And I just got sick of helping rich people. They're no fun. They just want money. There's no heart in what they do, you know. And that's why now I'm into hearts. You know, questions, okay. But hearts are more important, and your heart is more important. And to take, well, and to have the confidence, the confidence to go out and try to solve your one. That's what the tools are. And actually, if somebody's going to solve them for you, then you become beholden to them, and there's no reason to do that. Everything we can do. I mean, just think of the things like you wanted to go out and solve, learn how to use your computer. Well, it was stupid at the beginning, and you didn't know what to do, and eventually you did. Or drive a car, or anything like that in life, you could figure out. You know, if you take your time. But if you believe the advertising that, you know, all you have to do is do these 5 steps and you're going to be a millionaire. I mean, that's just stupid living. I mean, that may happen for somebody, but whether it happens to you is really a long shot. So that's why you have to really be prepared that what happens if you don't get it. So that means you have to go somewhere else, and you have to find other things. And that's what we try to do. Okay, if this doesn't work, you have to try other things. And there's other things besides money that could solve your problem. I mean, the help that's out there of professional expertise that's available for free can help you solve problems, probably more than money. You would think, most of us think that money will solve a problem. I guess it will most of the time. But what happens when you can't get it? So then you have to use another avenue, and then you have to start opening up your mind a little bit about options, to start a business. Maybe you find somebody to go in a partnership with, or whatever, or you don't, you do a crowdfunding where you don't need a product. You just look for customers, because you have to look for customers anyway. So why spend money before you start a business if you don't have customers? I mean, to me, that's a waste of money, because you don't know what the hell a customer really wants, until you ask them for money. And so it's better to go out and look for customers first before you start a problem. You have, financial problems. Okay, and you can't find a grant to solve all your financial problems. Okay, then you start talking to experts, free financial consultants that will help you for free to understand what other options there are available to you to do that. And they're all free. I mean, that's what we show you here. But if you don't belong here, you can really find them. And you just get a list of people who help people like you with your problems, and make sure you know all the options that are available, because it's really all about options. If you want to go to the prom and you ask every cheerleader to go to the prom and they all say no, well, you got to find other options, right? So maybe you go to the women's basketball team or whatever, kind of thing. And that's what life is to me. I mean, I'm certainly biased because of my age, and you can't trust me because I'm doing what I really want to do in life, and having the best time in my life doing it. And mainly it's so rewarding because I see it's helping people. I mean, the feedback I get from this now is just remarkable. And I've been doing it for close to 50 years, 48 to be exact. But it is just what people say about it. And what's nice, I like artificial intelligence, because if you put a question in there, see, that's a place you should put questions, not in Google. Go to artificial intelligence and how to get grant money to pay my bills. Okay, they tell you the facts. This is like a professor doing research. If you're doing that in Google, all you're doing is getting in the water with all the sharks that want to find people with problems to sell them something. So if you have a problem, you're trying to pay your bills, that means there's 1.5 billion people that want to get your money. You're looking to someone to give you money, not someone who wants to get your money. And that's the problem. And we go to Google to try to solve a problem, and that's quicksand. So get out of there. You want to get some information about what to do with your problem, and then go to, I use chat.openai.com or bard.google, and ask them, because they have you get the straight skinny. I mean, it may not be perfect. Nothing is. You certainly won't get perfect shit from Google. But I know this field so well. I've been studying it for 50 years. I'm shocked that I could go there and they, wow, yeah, that's what I would have said. At my 50 years experience, they're missing some things, yes, and there's other things besides they give you, because I'm a little more creative at that. But for the real stuff, that's the real deal, is what they're telling you on AI. So you really have to use that instead of Google when you start solving a problem. Let's see what people have questions about. Julio, good morning, everyone. I'll definitely put in the home repair and car repair. Great, Gladys. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. With whom am I, whom do I discuss overpayment? Oh, no, you don't have to discuss it. That's okay if you overpay. I'm sorry, Marilyn. Yeah, I mean, financial service people are screwed up. Now, PayPal is canceling me for some reason. I've been there 10 years and gave them millions and millions of dollars, and I don't know. I can't talk to anybody, whatever. Okay, for us, if overpayment, go to, you want to email Magic Mary, and okay, you want to send her an email, send to let's go help at gmail.com. Okay. Yeah, let's go help them meet gmail.com. That will be Magic Mary, and she'll take care of you. We'll refund anything that we screwed up. Don't worry. I want to make sure you get the Let's Go Meta Grant Report. Okay, this is the thing I work on. I usually have one product, sort of like. See, I got in this business before the internet was doing reference books, so my mind is always in a reference book. And what's nice about the new reference books, particularly the PDF files that we send, I can change them daily. and you get the new stuff by just clicking the same link that I sent you in the beginning. So now, like, I just added the results of some chats that I did. Okay. Okay. Make sure you download this report. Now, the other thing with this report, Let's Go Meta grants. I did that because everything's bigger than ever. With whom do I discuss overpayment? Good morning. Hi, Danam Romano, Shirley. Good morning. Marcel. Love that name. I always did. But look at the Meta grant reports. In the beginning, it'll show you what your benefits are. I mean, that's what you really have to know, is your benefits. And people want, you don't know that we're, twice a week, Sabrina does a live workshop, so you could do that. Or now we're coming up more live like I am, then other researchers will be here to answer your questions live. So you just look up on top to see if anybody's live to help you. And that's what we're trying to do. I just want to help as many people as I possibly can, direct them in the way to get help that they need. Please, there's so much help out there, but it's going to take work on your side, and it's easy to give up if we just throw you, a phone, a website, a website, and throw you to the wolves kind of thing. That I want to be around to help when that doesn't work. Okay. Hey, Matthew, I started a new business. Can I post my website on Let's Go Help? We don't sell stuff here, because then how am I going to stop it? Then everybody, then it's going to be Facebook before you know. So what we do here is really, if you want to share information, is to share information about a free source of money. So it's either a government program that gives out money and help, or a nonprofit agency that gives money and help. Because so this will be .gov or .org. .com is trying to get money from people. So I'll leave Google to that. Okay. So that's that, Marcel. But look at, if you go to the Meta Grant Report, I have a report in there for starting a business with no money. And it really this is how I start all my businesses now. The first I started with money, and they all failed. When I started my businesses without using money, then they started working. Okay, so that's what that report is. That is free in the Let's Go Meta Grant Report. That's a free report that shows you how to start a business with no money. And it takes you step by step, the way I do it. Because what's great about starting a business with no money is that I used to do advertising and spend hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now you don't have to. Social media does all the advertising for you. You just have to be clever enough to figure out how to do it. And you will if you try. If you don't try, you won't, right? So that's the most important thing. And I show you where the free sources are for any other problems that you have. So if you need help with marketing, if you need help with publicity, if you need help with technology, if you need help with legal services, if you need help with accounting and taxes, and all that is free. That's free because you're starting a business. Why does the government give you that stuff? Because they want you to pay more taxes. So if they help you make more money, then you're going to pay more taxes. So all that is there, all locally, all for free or whatever. And so when you have another question about it, or you need money or whatever, and the grant business money is local. So that's very important. So also, besides that, how to start a business with zero money, also the first thing to do is look in the Meta grant report. In the beginning of that, shows you where to contact free business mentors. These are people that the government gives grants to sit down with you one-on-one with your business idea and decide the best way to get the money and help you need to become a gazillionaire. Okay. Now, actually, to me, the thought of becoming a zillionaire, that's a pain in the ass, because then you have to manage money and you have to talk to people you don't like financial services people. We're all in it for money and nobody's in it with their heart. And that's Wall Street stuff. So that's it. So you have how to get start a business with zero money. You have probably 20, 30, 40 free business mentors that are available. They get paid. I mean, these are not people, like retired steel workers decided they're going to help people with businesses or something. No, these are real professionals that are getting paid a salary to do this for you. And this is, they get paid, so you don't have to pay them, and that's important. So you contact them and you look for options. And actually, even with the members, if one doesn't help, you go to another. I mean, nobody knows everything, and everybody knows something a little different. So you want to get the best that anybody has to offer to help you do, what you want to do in life. And that's the important thing. So that's about how to start a business. Okay. Okay, who else do we have? Gladys. I'm looking for a grant to try and start my small business and help with my mortgage. Since COVID, my lupus has kept me very inactive. I'm feeling better. I'm now trying to. Okay, Gladys. The same thing about starting a business. Okay, you go to that number 5. It's item number 5 in the Meta grant report. Okay, so go to item number 5 in the Meta grant report, and the link there will show you. You put in your zip code, and you'll see 20, 30, 40 and nonprofit organizations that help sit down with you and help you think through. See, they do this all the time. You're not, this is your first rodeo, or maybe you had 1 or 2, but these people have helped 20 people like you already today, or whatever. Probably not, but you know what I mean. So that's what you want to tap into, someone that have seen more than you've seen on this topic. And that's see, in addition to money, I think that's more valuable than money, because somebody gives you money, you're probably going to spend it wrong anyway, because you're spending on what you think, and that may not be right or not. I mean, how many decisions have we made that were stupid? I keep making them, and because that's how way you grow. You have to make stupid decisions, or you'll never grow out of that. So you want to do that. You want to talk to them and see what your next step should be. And if they give you a step that you don't believe in, then you go to somebody else. And because they're there, it's like dating. Okay. You want to find somebody who has an idea that really makes sense for you. People, when were you often time wasting directly to us is fine. Good morning, Matthew. PayPal. When they are often time wasting directly to us is fine. Not sure what you mean there, Cynthia. But yes, I spent, I don't know how much time yesterday on the phone with PayPal. I couldn't understand what they want. They didn't understand what was wrong, but they say, "Oh, something's wrong with you." What? Here, I told you everything. I've been overbooked to you for all these years, and all the money I'm paying to you. I never have a problem with the customer because I pay you. I never. The biggest problem with the credit card people or PayPal is that people complain. And then they get a lot of complaints. And the only reason people complain is when they don't get their money. And that's why anybody that I deal with, you want your money back? Fine. I don't argue. I don't care, whatever. I'm not going to waste my time or your time arguing that I screwed you. If you believe it, that's good enough for me. And I'll give you your money back. And so I would think to them, there's nothing better than that because nobody's bitching. They get their money. And that's the government's that way. That's what I feel too. Now, if you say, oh, it's illegal to say that. No, it's not illegal. Who knows if it's illegal? It's illegal to screw somebody. That's what it is. So you could say anything you want. But if people feel they're screwed and you're taking their money, then the government comes after you. They won't come after you if you're paying back everybody their money. So when a lawyer says you can't say that, that's illegal, I think that's nonsense. It's only illegal if people are pissed off and they complain to the government, because the government are the ones that enforce that, whether you're lying or not. So if nobody's complaining to the government that you're lying, then you're legal. And it's simple as that. So that's why you can't believe what you think you know is what that boils down to. I know about an easy grant to get, and I need to know about an easy grant. Okay, Shirley, it's a shopping list, okay? Now, what you have to do is you go to that. Shirley's question is, I need to know about an easy grant to get and how to get it, okay? Easy is a relative thing. But we do, first of all, your option is you go to Google and say, I want a grant. And you get 1 billion websites and you can't handle that. So that's stupid to do. Now, what we do is show you all the grants for where you live for what you need money for. So the thing you should do is see what you need money for, because you could just ask us a question. You go to the question corner and put in, I need a grant for what? Do you need to pay your bills? Do you need to pay rent? Do you need to start a business? Do you need to buy a house? What is it that you need a grant for? Because there's separate money for everything. Because otherwise, we have to send you all the grants in where you live. And we could narrow it down if you tell us what they need the money for. Okay, now, so let's say you're not sure what the hell you want to know. You just want to know about all the grants. Okay, what we have that gets you there the quickest way is we have 2 things, really. First of all, you download the LESCO Meta Grant Report. When you download that, you will get a huge report, 40, 50, 60 pages, something like that. And it's all the questions that people have in life and where to get grant money to do that. So whether it's buying a house or going to school or paying off your debt, it's all there, and it shows you step by step what to do. Okay, if you're not sure, that's why you want to get that. Okay, the other thing you want to download is you go to up in on top of on the search bar in Let's Go Help 2, put 500. Just put 500 there. And you'll go to the link that has the 500 mini grants report for every state. So we have 50 reports there, one for every state, that shows you 500 grants for that state. Now, what's great about that is that it shows you by category. So in other words, it's a big report that you're going to get, and you could download it for every state and share it with friends or whatever. I mean, this is important that people know this, because this is a society we live in that provides all this, but they don't tell you how to get it. And I guess that's my job. I'm waiting for the government to do it, and it's been almost 50 years. I don't have much time left to wait, so I'm just fucking doing it. myself and trying to pay for it with subscriptions. And that has been very successful. And that's why we pay our the subscription money we get to run this thing. We're giving back half that money to members because it's been that profitable. Only $20 we charge them. So that to me proves the interest and the value of what we have, because so many people are joining. And so what we do is give half of that in those 4 grants. So every month we give out $75,000 in grants. Okay, but now you go to that 500 page that has all the websites for every state. You download your state. Now in that website, what you'll see, what you'll see is categories. Okay, so like if you're having trouble with paying your bills and debt and stuff like that, okay, they're all grouped under one category. Then the next category is jobs and education and job training and unemployment. That's another category, okay? Then the next category is like housing. Okay, buying a house, fix up a house, things like that. Paying your real estate taxes or putting a roof on your house and things like that. That's another one. Business, so there's another one. Okay, and then what's on your report is just for your state. So you're not being waltzed around, and that's only in Arizona, or whatever. No, all for your state. You want Arizona, you pull down the report for Arizona. And you go on for healthcare, dental care, pet care. We show you free pet care in every state. And that's a separate category. Legal help, how to get free legal help in every state. And there are about 50, 60 organizations that provide free legal help in every state. So that's why when you say you want to know about every grant, well, then it's not a simple task. That's why it's better to tell us to start a new discussion on Facebook, or go to the question corner and tell us what you need money for. Okay. And then and what state you're in. So we could gather that for you. Okay. Does that make sense? I hope. I already started it, though it was, I thought it was easy. Now I'm struggling to pay bills, debts, and yes, Deb, nothing as easy as we thought. It sounds easy, and that's why you really have to be prepared for hard. Don't prepare for easy, because everybody could do easy. You prepare for hard. That's why when I do things, the first thing I think, okay, what am I going to do if this fails? Okay, because we get trapped into thinking, oh, I just do this, I'm going to be a millionaire. And we take our last dollar and whatever and go into debt and do these things. And of course, you're not a millionaire. So then we have to do. So that's why the first thing you say, what am I going to do if this fails? And if you don't know what you're going to do to that, and you're counting on that winning, that's a long shot. Okay. DNAB. Okay. What you want to do is go to the item 5, DNAB, where we talked about what I talked about above there, for another question about starting a business. And that takes you through, okay? Item 5 takes you through where to go, because my sister was in the same problem that I helped her and get out of debt and all this. So she did that and follow those instructions. You have to call people for help. I don't think you just fill out a form. I'm in big trouble, I'll fill out a form. No. Life's more complicated than that. The computers want to make you think that it's not, but it is. And you'll get better help or help at all if you start talking to people. So you go up to that number 5, find those mentors for business, start talking to at least a handful of them on what to do with your business. So you get an idea on what to do. Otherwise, you have shit going through your head. You think that's good, bad, and you're picking up bits of information all around. Yeah, maybe, but you got to have a plan, man, on what you're going to do, and not just thinking, you're batting back tennis balls. And that's what you do, because when people are calling you, pay bill. No, you got to get out of that mode, because that doesn't stop. The only way to stop that is to stop being where you are. And to stop being where you are, which is causing that, you got to talk to people. So you go number 5, call up those mentors for free. Okay. And then start from there. The other thing you do, you go to number 3, because I think it sounds like a small business and it's probably involved with you personally, whatever, that there's other help for your private bills. So if your credit card bills and things like this, you want to get help with them too. You go to number 3 and make an appointment with a free financial counselor. Okay. That's what you want to do. Okay. And they're described in number 3 up there. Okay. And so you want to make an appointment. Don't do anything else before you make an appointment with many people. And say you make 3 of those appointments and you make 3 of the business appointments, and you'll get more out of that. Some of them will call you asshole or whatever, and that's fine. You got to take that. You did screw up, right? That's okay. If you don't screw up, you're not going to grow. So if you think you're going to do is just everything, you check off the boxes and you're a millionaire, it doesn't work that way. We want to make it believe, and our teachers make us believe that, which are full of shit. They're teachers. They're not doing it. When you do it, man, that's when the rubber hits the road, and you got to fail. It's sort of like learning to swim in a classroom. Man, no, how could you do that? You have to get your ass in the water, get your lungs full of water a couple of times. Holy shit. Yeah. And that is the come to Jesus day. So now you're at the come to Jesus thing. Deny him. So you make an appointment, admit you're an asshole, you screwed up, and sorry. But that's 99% of the world, and the people who don't look like that is because they already did it. So they look like their success is shit and it was easy. No, they did it. I had 2 businesses that failed before I finally figured this shit out. Yeah. So you, that's okay. You're just on the path. Don't worry about it. You're doing the right thing. It's not you're dumb or no, you're doing the right thing because you have to do this. You have to learn from it and be a better person after this. Okay. Get the help you need to be that better person. Okay. You can't do it yourself because you're going to Google and stuff like that, and people just want to sell you stuff. See, and everybody I give you are not selling you anything. They have no motive to make you feel good, so you give them money. They already got their money. They're not going to get any more money because they're nice to you. So you're going to get the truth, lady. And that's what you need. You don't need somebody blowing smoke up your whatever. No, you need the truth so you can make the right decisions and move on. Life is just about moving on, nothing else. Nothing stands still. If it does, then you're behind. So this is a fortunate thing for you. Because you tried and failed, man. You'll never do it this way again. And that's the only way to do it. You learn by getting in the water and flailing your arms away until you stay afloat. Okay. I am baking loaves of bread for neighbors. Low risk, turn into a business. Yes. Retiree is same with not same with my upholstery for found forgiven chairs. Bills come. That's terrific. See, you're finding a source. You're not investing any money in all this kind of stuff, and providing a service to somebody. Great. You want to do baking at home? Call your local county cooperative extension service. Okay, call them. Okay. And you could Google them and put the name of your county. That's a USDA, Department of Agriculture. They help you start food businesses in the home. This is free. Okay. That's what they're there for. Okay. Don't go to, some startup group. If you want, but get the facts first and see what you need there. Okay. And that's a county cooperative extension service. And the same for that, because they help people with home businesses like that. My mom was happy to see your video about the Mayo Clinic, and my dad, that she recorded it on her phone and couldn't stop talking about how amazing you are to everyone she talked to. Oh, Charity, I just want to hug the hell out of you. I mean, it just, you saying those words, I mean, that is what gets me up in the morning and um, tells me I should not do anything else for the rest of my life except trying to help people. I mean, it just it's just the most rewarding. I mean, I can't get anything more rewarding in life, Charity, than you saying that. And I thank you so much. It is so important. I don't think, I mean, I don't need any more question mark suits, so money isn't going to, to me, money shows me if I'm doing something of value, because I don't want to do things that are not of value. When you love somebody, you want to be loved back. You just don't want to have it one way. It's no fun. And that's why if I'm doing something for other people and they don't think it's of any value, see, to me, money shows me it's of value. If I'm doing it free, then it's sort of like loving myself. I think everybody should have this, and it's sort of like masturbating. But no, what's important is to love other people. And so in a way, even though, because we live in capitalism, that shows you that, to me, it shows me. That's why I don't want to charge a lot of money. And I'm so grateful that I could only charge $20 to do this. And we're so profitable that I give half of it back to people. But to think that I can affect another human there's nothing, I think, more rewarding in life to do. And I thank you and anybody else who says things like that. And I know it doesn't work all the time. It can't. But I appreciate so much, Charity. Okay, Cynthia, thanks. County always middleman helping extension service, though it was just for trees. They gave me 2 trees and planted them along the road. See, isn't that great? How would you have known? I wouldn't have known that. But Oh, they help with home businesses too. So see with them. And if that doesn't work, then go to item number 5, Cynthia. And Tammy's in the house. Tammy, hold on to your hats, ladies and gentlemen. Tammy's alive and well, living her fun life in California. Tammy, let me know when you come back from the hairdresser, okay? Yeah, and thanks for helping Tom. I'm trying to help him along to try to help people, and that's nice. You guys are always so helpful. Oh, I'm too emotional. I think I have to. I'm missing at 71. Boy, are you 70? See, your brother's heart has stopped. All I want to do is give back for it. That's what I live saying. I'm 80, and that's, in my 70s, I said, what I want to grow is my heart. I want to grow my love. How do you grow your love? I mean, I can't run faster. I can't be stronger. I can't even think better. But the one thing I could do, I feel, as I get older, is love harder. And that's all I want to do for the rest of my life. I mean, I did already. My hair is done. I got done a few days. Oh, okay. You want to do a video first or what? What do you want to do? Okay. Well, let's do we'll do you know what I mean, a Zoom call. Okay. And I'll ask you questions on a Zoom call. Okay. So don't go swimming, mess your hair up, okay? Do a Zoom call. Yeah, it's. I think I just feel, God, this is what to do. Is you love people harder, because you could do that better at any age. you could still grow your love. And that's what you guys are showing me. I mean, I never got feedback like this. And I mean, I'm at a couple New York Times bestsellers, sold millions of copies of books and everything, but I don't get feedback like you guys are giving me ever. And that grows my heart. That's the last thing I have to grow. Right? I have to not grow the rest of me. But I had to lose like 10 pounds in the last month or two. I was just all of a sudden turning into instant Lesko. So I got to run harder, exercise harder, and eat less crap. That's hard. Listen, I love you guys. I am so grateful for every second that you're here and that I could help you. And I know the bottom line, I just have to keep helping people, because this will go away if I'm not helping you. You'll seek it somewhere else. And I just want to help you so much. Okay. And I'll try my best, and it doesn't work all the time. And I know you know that. But I think trying, and I hope that if you're trying something that doesn't work, it even leads you to something that you didn't know, I didn't know, that does work, because that's how life really is. You stumble into the good stuff. You don't know exactly what it is, but you start stumbling towards a direction. And that's, oh shit, look at that. I should have done that. Yeah. And then I know every business I started, the idea I had was a failure, but it got me to another idea that I should have started in the beginning, but I wasn't smart enough to know. And I had to do the dumb thing to get to the smart thing. Okay. So get out there and start doing dumb things. And this dummy will help you. Okay. Love you guys. Thank you so much. Whew. This emotional stuff is tough, especially a guy from the 50s. You know, this is why we didn't mess with this stuff before. It takes work. First time watch it. I got to go, Gary. We'll catch you next time. But you could watch the video on this later.